That's LAPD group stalking in helicopter. All right, they're flying right over. This is Carlo Lopez crossing path. All right, he was just in my apartment doing a so-called smoke detector inspection. That's audible activity. Turning on the lights in my apartment creates light activity. LAPD flying right over in helicopter, flying in this direction over Silverview townhomes, okay? This is coming into my private space. That's a threat to your life. This is the entity that's monitoring you under the guise of what a speaker company's business, all right? And the state's pattern of conduct is underway. Carlo Lopez and Nova Contractors is here monitoring as well. The license plate of that truck right there, that's Nova Contractors. They're inside of 1800 and monitoring with the state. While I was inside of Monica Chung's apartment, 1804 number 4, the entity was doing the exact same thing. The moment I walked in that apartment, the entity sounding helicopter activity, group stalking with the people. I take a picture of Monica Chung, who's in the path in the apartment where she's monitoring me with the state that's sounding, amplifying helicopter activity. The entity is engaging in what is that ongoing act of terrorism while I'm on the job. I also want to document Monique. This is an African-American female. She's group stalking inside of my office. She's using her communication device as a means of light activity. She's got the flashing light while she's standing inside of my office. And speaker companies, again, engaged in group stalking. The light activity while she's in relevant position. The LAPD, the state is always stalking around in relevant position, but the entity did not amplify helicopter activity. But I want to be clear, that same entity is monitoring while Monique is standing in relevant position, coming onto the grounds to participate in the criminal system. Silverview Townhomes is monitoring LAPD sounding helicopter activity. Those demons are pacing in relevant position, just like that demon of speaker companies crossing path while LAPD is sounding helicopter activity. And that sounds immediately as Carlo Lopez, a demon that's monitoring me under the guise of being a coworker, is walking out of my apartment. Okay, that's exactly what Vaughn's was engaging in. Vaughn's is a third-party group stalker delivering groceries, and the pattern of conduct is underway. So I just want to point that out, but I captured the license plates of the third party. Her name is Monique. Her phone number is documented. The phone call is also recorded on speaker company's phone, business line, where they're monitoring, and all of that, everything that's occurring in the workplace is ongoing evidence against the state. It's all the pattern of conduct is underway. All elements are being maintained, and any and everybody who is documented engaging in any encounter with me are engaged in that state's criminal system. And it's going to be toward the civil and criminal prosecution of speaker companies as well. So I make sure that you understand that. Speaker companies is monitoring on the venue of the internet using my communication device, sending text messages to each other using the group text, while Monique is group stalking in my office, and her phone is a method of light activity, flashing light. So that is P.O.C, and I documented that. It is currently 10:19 a.m. This is P.O.C while I'm inside of my apartment, where speaker companies was disengaged. This is the entity that's inside of your apartment, conducting some required inspection, and they're monitoring you. Okay, that's the sex offense. Just as much as this, monitoring while the entity is engaging in what is crossing a path, light activity, engaged in a monitoring on my phone as well, Title 18 criminal conduct, which the entirety of that entity is engaged in on a corporate basis ceaselessly. While the demons of LAPD, just like you saw on video this morning, while the demonic imitation of a sunset of a sunrise and engineered light is inside of my apartment. That same exact pattern of conduct is underway, and I just documented the many iterations of it inside of Monica Chung's apartment, which is a facilitating venue. It's not a private residence. She's in the shoes of the state. The state is sounding helicopter activity. That's a communication of a threat while I am on the job in the workplace. And she is directly in the path while I'm subject to that life-threatening criminal conduct. You have the presence of the entity inside of my apartment. That was not any sort of ordinary inspection. This is a sex offender. This is an obsessed stalker. This is the one who is placing me under surveillance, opening up my apartment to communicate a threat. The entity is maintaining all manner of constructive presence through the engineered light. It's not in no way separate or distinct. You have this third party identified as Carlo Lopez coming into my office while that same demon-possessed agency, the Los Angeles Police Department, flies over and amplifies helicopter activity. This is shared with the group stalkers and speaker company while I'm on the phone with them, and the entity is stalking by helicopter. This is how they are engaging in that pattern of conduct, which is psychologically torturing to the ordinary target individual, and it is creating an inherent and ongoing threat to your life and safety. This is all occurring in the workplace. Okay, so that's relevant to workplace terrorism, harassment, and sexual violence as an entity. It is currently 10:20 a.m., and I will take screenshots of what was the ongoing concerted conduct